Namo Buddhassa, Nami Bhante. Welcome everyone to weekly Dhamma discourse series on learning and practice of Visuddhi Magga. Today it's lecture number 59 and we are learning Ānāpānassatikathā for past few weeks and Bhante will continue to guide us on the same section. This remarkable achievement of lecture 59 is a testament to our teacher Bhante Vimalavamsa's tireless dedication to share the profound wisdom of Visuddhi Magga. Bhante's approach is truly exceptional by meticulously examining each line of the Visuddhi Magga and cross-referencing it with the Pali Canon and relevant Desna Pali and Atthakatha. Bhante has provided us with an unparalleled depth of understanding. On behalf of all the participants, I request Bhante with my folded hands. Bhante, having compassion on us, give us this Dhamma Desana.
Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. May triple embrace y'all. Today you're gonna learn Visuddhi Magga. This is the Ānāpānassati meditation. Up to last day, we discussed according to the Buddha's teaching, this Mahathera, Venerable Buddhaghosa Mahathera, who has given a great explanation about this Ānāpānassati meditation according to the Tipitaka, and citing many suttas. For example, Vesali Sutta and then Patisambhida Magga, Ānāpānassatikathā in the Patisambhida Magga, that means the description of the Ānāpānassati meditation in the book Patisambhida Magga, and Vesali Sutta in Sayyutta Nikaya, as well as the Ānāpānassati Sutta, especially, and Ānāpāna Sanyutta also in the Sayyutta Nikaya. So, citing and quoting many suttas, he tried to explain everything regarding, especially the initial four steps. That means the first tetrad, initial four steps of this sutta, according to the Buddha's teaching. Even in Mahasatipatthana Sutta also, Buddha mentioned the same thing regarding Mahasatipatthana, regarding Ānāpānassati Sutta. So up to now, we discuss about long breath and short breath, long in breath and long out breath, and short in breath and short out breath. Now, so if you go to the Visuddhi Magga, you want to learn 220, that means from the third step, but we shall move to try to understand the initial two steps. If you see the last paragraph, at the end of the last paragraph, there is in our ancient teachers, and it is in the Parajika Pali Atthakatha. So you can see Digo Rasocha Asaso Passaso Picha Tadiso, and Chattaro Vanna Vattanti Nasikageva Bhikkhunoti. This is very, very important stanza. So I explained last day. Let's see the meaning. Digocha Rasocha Assa. So that means this is the first two steps of the Ānāpānassati meditation. According to the Buddha's teaching, Buddha mentioned Digangva Asasanto Digang Asasamiti Pajanati, and Digangva Rasasanto Digangva Pasasanto Digang Pasasamiti Pajanati. Thereafter, Rasangva Asasanto Rasang Asasamiti Pajanati, Rasangva Pasasanto Rasang Pasasamiti Pajanati. So that means if you, while you are practicing this meditation, if you notice that you have long breath, you understand I'm breathing in long, and if you understand that long breath, and if it is a long out breath, then you can understand that I am breathing out long. Like that, it can be applied for the short breath. So in the same way, because these two steps are very, very important to the meditator, because if you cannot understand the long breath or the short breath, and as well as the touch point, your meditation is not progress up to the jhana state. In this group, you have we have jhanic people, and they know that initially these two steps are very important to focus on the nostril to attain the jhana and to attain the mindfulness initially and the concentration, and thereafter you can see uh, the the signs of this meditation. For example, preliminary sign, and then learning sign, as well as the counterpart sign. Those are the higher concentrations, and the jhana concentration is the highest. And but to produce up to the jhana state, you must know your long breath and the short breath. So therefore this stanza says in this way: digo rasoja asaso. Asaso means the in breath. In breath, that means uh, the long kind of in breath. And here in this way, asa digo asa so cha raso asa, so like that you need to take. Digo asa so mean the long kind of in breath, and raso cha asa so mean the long kind of out breath. Passa so picha tadiso, then the second line, passa so picha tadiso. Passa so passa mean out breath. So uh, here digo charaso asa, so mean the long kind of in breath and short kind of in breath, right? Not the out breath. Sorry, I have written, I have told you as right out breath. It is asa mean the in breath. So long kind of in breath as well as short kind of in breath. Passa sopi cha tadiso, and then the passa sopi mean the out breath. Out breath also in the same way. Tadiso mean in the same way. It is the same, and it is the same as in the case of out breath. And chattaro vanna vattanti. So therefore, how many kind of breaths here? Four kinds of, because long in breath, out breath, short in breath, out breath. How many? Four. Altogether, four kind of breath happen here. Vatati mean happen or exist here. But special point is mentioned here. Nasikageva bhikkhuno. This, but only on the nostril of the meditator, and not elsewhere. No elsewhere, only in the nostril. So I told you, you focus only in the nostril where your touch point is. Otherwise, if you go along the breath, you never attain to the jhana. That's the meaning. So keep it in mind. These two steps are very, very important with the touch point. And if you practice in this way, only you can see the nimitta, or the sign of concentration. Nimitta is the sign of concentration. And now we finish up to that, and today we will start another, the third step. This is the third step. Here he mentioned this, Mahatera explained the third step. Third step in this way. So sabbakaya patisangvedi asasisami sikhati, right? Peyalang mean the pay mean peyalang, that mean it has been shortened. Sabbakaya patisangvedi asasisami sikhati, sabbakaya patisangvedi pasasisami sikhati. So that's the meaning. Iti sakalasa asasa kayasa Adi Majja Paryosanam Viditam Karanto Pakatam Karanto Asasisami Sikkati. Try to understand this thing in the, especially the novice. That means you are try to focus your in breath, out breath in the touch point. That means the beginner, and to attain, they will attain jhana in near future. So, but want to practice according to the Buddha's way. Sabba kaya patisangvedi asasisamiti sikati mean, what is the meaning? Sakalasa asasa kayasa. That means this is the third step. He trains das. Sikati mean he trains. He trains. He mean the meditator. Maybe he or she. Right? Meditator trains das experiencing whole breath body. Sabbakaya patisanvedi, experience in the whole breath body. Asasisami iti. Asasisami, that means I shall breathe in. I will breathe in, right? I will breathe in. I will breathe in, experiencing whole breath body. And I will breathe out also, experiencing whole breath body. That's the meaning. So the explanation has been given in this way: sakalasa asasa kayasa, whole. That means sakalasa asasa pasasa kayasa, sakalasa asasa kayasa adi majja paryosana viditan karanto pakatan karanto asasisamiti sikati. Viditan karanto mean making known. Making known, pakatan karanto mean the making evident or making it prominent. So making known and making evident the beginning, adi mean the beginning, majja mean the middle, and paryosana mean the end of the whole or the entire breath body, entire breath body. Uh, that mean that is the meaning. He trains. He trains. He trains. I shall breathe in like that. Asasisamiti sikati. Pakatang karonto asasisamiti sikati. Asasisamiti mean I shall breathe in. I will breathe in. So making known, making evident the beginning, middle, and the end of the whole breath body. I shall breathe in. That's the meaning. I shall breathe in. That means not your physical body. Keep it in mind. If you focus your physical body while practicing Ānāpānassati meditation, that means you never enter into this goal of this meditation. What's the goal? Fourth jhana of the is the goal. So after having produced the fourth jhana, you can practice vipassana. That means you. If I told like that, even Buddha also mentioned in this way, but you must know that you can practice vipassana even though if you practice up to the fourth jhana, but still you need to go on the along the path of the noble eightfold path, or the seven kind of purification, as well as 16 kinds of vipassana jnana. We discussed those things before many times. So what is the meaning here? Making known, making evident the beginning, middle, and the end of whole breath body. I shall breathe in as well as I shall breathe out in the same way. Sakalasa passasa kayasa. The second line. The sakalasa passasa kayasa adi majja paryosanam viditam karanto pakatam karanto pasasissamiti sikkati. Making known, making evident the beginning, middle, and the end of the whole breath body, I shall breathe out. Thus he trains. Thus the meditator trains. So this is the way you need to practice. You don't go towards the body, physical body. You must practice along the breath body. Along the breath body means breath itself is a body. Buddha mentioned in the Ānāpānassatikathā, the breath body is the kind of body. So this is not the physical body. Evam viditam karanto, the third line. Evam viditam karanto, pakatang karanto, jnana sampayutta chittena assasati cheva passasati cha. So making them known, making them evident, making them plain, he breathes in this way, he breathes out with the jnana sampayutta chittena, with the mindset associated with the knowledge. So what is the knowledge here? Is it the mentality and materiality? No, it is not the mentality and materiality. Jnana means here You must understand, you must know the in-breath. You must know the out-breath by your knowledge. You must know the touch point in the nostril or in the upper lip in some cases. So this is the jnana here, not the mentality or materiality of Vailamana meditation or the other kind of vipassana. It is not the jnana or the wisdom, knowledge here. The knowledge is uh, about the in-breath and about the out-breath and the beginning, middle and the end of the out-breath and in-breath. This is the jnana here. So jnana sampayuktena chittena, that means he making them known, making them mean this the breath body, making the breath body, whole breath body known, making the whole breath body evident. He breathe in this way, he breathe out in this way, with the mindset associated with the wisdom, knowledge. So that is the meaning. Tasma assa sissamiti passa sissamiti sikkhatiti vucchate. So therefore Buddha mentioned, he trains thus, I shall breathe in, I shall breathe out. That's the meaning. Ekasahi bhikkhuno. Here, this explanation is very important. Ekasahi bhikkhuno chunna vichunna visate asasa kaye pasasa kaye va adi pakato hoti na majje paryosana. Ekasahi bhikkhuno means to one bhikkhu or one meditator. In the case of sasana, in the case of the bhikkhu life, it is a bhikkhu. In the case of domestic life, it is addressed as you. You mean the meditator of the outside of the monastery, right? So that's the meaning. So therefore, ekasahi bhikkhuno, that means to the one bhikkhu, beginning of the in-breath body and the out-breath body is evident, but that breath body is crushed up to bits, crushed up to bits. Chunna vichunna visate means crushed up to the bits, crushed up to bits, and piecemeal spread up. Visate. Chunna mean crushed up or broke up to bits, and piecemeal. Vichunna mean piecemeal. Visata means spread up. That means the in-breath and out-breath is like that, crushed up and the piecemeal like, and then the spread up, it's spread up. So therefore it is breath body. So for some meditator, adi pakato hoti, the beginning is very evident. Na majje paryosana, but he's unable to understand, or she's unable to understand the middle breath and the end of the breath. So the cases are there. Such cases are there. That's the meaning. So adimeva pariggahetun sakkoti majja paryosane kilamate. So then the kind of person only able to discern the beginning, but has hard time to notice middle and the end. Hard time to notice middle and the end. So only the beginning is prominent. But in the long run, if you practice over the time, if you can understand the beginning of the in breath or the out breath, and if you are not notice the middle or the end of the breath, but in the future, if you practice continuously with taking much of effort, so you can understand the beginning as well as the end. So that's the meaning. Initially, you can understand the beginning only. And Majja Paryosani Kilamati mean he is unable to discern in the middle and the end point. And the other thing, ekasa, another, to another, ekasa majjang pakatang hoti na adi paryosana. To another kind of person or the meditator, the middle is evident, not the beginning or at the end of the breath body. So, because of that reason, na adi majje pare. Ekasahi paryosanam pakatang hoti na adi majjang. That means he's only able to discern. That means the one person who can understand the middle and the beginning and the end of the breath body is not evident for him perfectly. So he's only able to discern the middle and has hard time to notice beginning and the end of the breath body. To another, the third one, ekas paryosanam pakatang hoti na adimachang. To another, the end is evident. End is evident, not the beginning or the middle. So he's only able to discern the end and has difficulty with the beginning and the middle. So that's the meaning. But if he practice for a long time with taking much of energy and without laziness, he can understand all three places. But so paryosanang eva pariggahotin pariggahetun sakati adi majje kilamati. So kind of person, he is only able to discern the end and has to difficulty to discern the beginning and the middle. Ekassa sabbampi pakatam hoti. To yet another, all stages are prominent. All stages are evident for kind of person. Hoti. So sabbampi parigahetun sakkati na kattachi kilamati. He's able to discern all stages of the breath body and has no hard time to notice anywhere in the breath body. Tadisena bhavitabbanti dasinto aha. Tadisena bhavitabbang mean the one should be like the last mentioned bhikkhu or last mentioned meditator. Then the Buddha showing like that, then the Buddha dasinto aha, then the showing that Buddha mentioned in the Desana Pali, Sabbakaya Patisangvedi Asasi Samiti Sikkati, Sabbakaya Patisangvedi Pasasi Samiti Sikkati iti. Then the Buddha, so pointing out that mean the fourth person. Fourth person mean he can notice and he can discern all the three steps of the in breath. All the three steps, three period, or three beginning, middle, and the end of the whole breath body. He can understand. In the out breath also he can understand all three stages of the breath body. So kind of person, pointing out kind of person, Buddha mentioned this thing. But to the other persons, when they practice in the long run with the very good effort, then they also can reach up to the fourth person. So that's the meaning. But don't be worried if you are having a beginning prominent only, or middle prominent only, or the end of the breath body prominent only. But continuous practice will give the result. Okay, let's move to the another section. Tatta sikkati iti evam ghatati vayamati. What is the meaning of sikkati? Tatta mean in this passage, sikkati iti. Sikkati mean the meditator ghatati. Ghatati means strives. And vayamati, he endeavors in this way. He endeavors in this way, he strives in this way, he make efforts in this way. So that's the meaning. Sikkati. Sikkati means he practice with the good effort. Yoga Tatha bhutassa samvaro ayamitta sila sikha. Now sikhati mean he strives, he endeavors in this way. Or another kind of explanation has been given here. Yo samvaro. Tatha bhutassa yo samvaro ayamitta adisila sikha. So, in the case of, if you practice this meditation means this samatha and vipassana meditation, tranquility and wisdom meditation, the arousing of knowledge meditation or the insight meditation. If you go with the good restraint or good virtue or good morality, and that is what is called adhisila sikha. Adhisila sikha means the highest virtue, highest virtue. That means, because in the case of Noble Eightfold Path, you have Sila Sikha, that means the training of the morality or the virtue, and Samadhi Sikha, this the training of concentration, and the Panya Sikha, there is the training of the wisdom. So here, focusing that, another kind of explanation has been given here. So yata yova tatha bhutas sangro ayamit adisila sikha. The restraint of the meditator who trains as the way mentioned above. As the way mentioned above mean, if you practice with the long breath and the short breath and the whole breath body, sikhati mean if your base is the virtue. So if you practice in this way with the good virtue, so that is what is called adi sila sikha, the higher virtue, higher virtue. And again, yo tatabhutas samadhi, and the meditator who trains the way as mentioned above, whose concentration herein is the higher concentration. Adi chitta sikha, that is what is called ayam adi chitta sikha. Ya tatabhutas panya adi panya sikhati ima tisso sikhayo tasmin aramane Taya satya tena manasikarena sikhati asevati bhaveti bahuli karoti iti evamatta atto datthabho. Then I will explain what is the meaning here. So now if you enter into this path of purification, so you must have adhisila sikha, higher virtue, and you must have higher concentration. That is what's called adi chitta sikha. That means higher concentration. Mean if you practice up to the jhana state, you have higher concentration. Any jhana, any kind of jhana. Or if you practice up to the upachara concentration or the access concentration, that is also higher samadhi. Higher samadhi, according to the Buddha's teaching. So, and the meditator who trains the way as mentioned above, whose insight knowledge is the higher wisdom, higher wisdom. So, it is what is called Adi Panya Sikha. So, Ima Tiso Sikhayo Tasmin Aramane Taya Satya Tena Manasikarena Sikhati. And Ima Tissa Sikhayo, so the meditator trains in, meditator trains in, that means meditator trains in, that means sikhati, asevati. Asevati means repeats. Meditator repeats this meditation because up to the jhana. And then meditator bhavita develops repeatedly, bhavito, and then uh, develop this meditation up to the jhana. And bahuli karoti means repeatedly practices. If the meditator repeatedly practices, develops, repeats, and trains in, trains in these three kinds of training, focusing on the object by means of that mindfulness, by means of that attention. This is this is how the meaning should be regarded here. This Mahatera say, Ayamit evamit atto dattava. This is how the meaning you should regard as. regard here. So that means you must practice continuously up to the jhana. You must practice repeatedly, again and again. You must practice. You must train. You must repeat it. You must develop. That's the meaning. Tattha yasma purimanaye kevalang assitabbang passitabbameva na anyang kinchi katabbang. This sentence is very, very important for you. Tattha yasma, tattha mean in this passage here, in the first part of system, first part, purimanaye mean in the first part of system, that mean in long breath and short breath. That is the first part of system. And assitabbang passitabbameva, that means in the first part of system, meditator should only breathe in, breathe out, and nacha anyang kinchi katabbang. But you should not do anything else at all. You should not do anything else other than focusing your in breath and out breath. That means you must keep mindfulness on the object of in breath and out breath. And so if you go here and there to another kind of taking another kind of object, then your meditation, that means you have distracted mind, and your meditation not progress up to the jhana state. Nacha anyang kinchi katappa. You should not do anything else. Only focus in the breath body. Ito pattaya pana Ānāpānassatikathā yogo karaniyo. Yogo karaniyo means you should practice. You should practice. You should engage to the practice. You should devote to the practice. You should, from here onward, ito pattaya means from here onward, pana jnana uppanadisu. Jnana, here also jnana uppadana. Jnana means the wisdom, uppadana means the arising of wisdom, and so on things. Yoga karaniya, you should practice to the arousing of knowledge and so on. I told you here knowledge means not the not in it it is not related to the ultimate sense. It is the you should understand in breath, out breath, long and short and touch point, all are knowledge here. And the whole breath body, from the beginning up to the end, with the middle, and those are the wisdom here. Here also wisdom apply, because while you are practicing this samatha meditation or the tranquility meditation, serenity meditation, to make your concentration up to the access concentration or to the jhana concentration. So what is the mentality here? What is your meditation mind? Your meditation mind has 33 chetasika, or the mental factor, and you have your meditation mind. Your meditation mind is always associated with 33 mental factor. So within this 33 mental factor, you have a wisdom faculty. So this wisdom faculty doesn't see any kind of ultimate mentality or materiality. It sees the initial steps of this meditation. That is the in breath, long in breath and out breath, short in breath and out breath, and your whole breath body. So this is the jnana here. So don't be misunderstanding here. So that's the so jnana uppanadisu mean, that's the meaning. Tasma tattha asa samiti pajanati pasasamiti pajanati cheva vattamana kalavasena palingvatva ito pattaya katabbassa jnanuppana dino akarasa dasanatang sabbakaya patisanvedi asasisamiti adina nayena anagata vachana vasena Pali aropitati veditabbo. So actually here, this is according to the grammar, Pali grammar, you Actually, here the present tense is used here in the text by the Buddha, present tense. So meditator understands that I'm breathing in, breathing out. I'm breathing in, breathing out. It is the present tense. Right? I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. Or I breathe in and long or short. I breathe out long or short. That is the present tense. And here, asa sissami, asa um, asa sissami mean that is the future term. Future term. Asa sati is the asa sati and pasasati is the term related to the present tense. Now asa sissami mean that is the future tense. Future tense. So after that, in order to show the aspect of arousing knowledge, so here it mentioned Ānāpānassatikathā akarasa dasanatang to show the aspect of arousing knowledge. I told you this arousing knowledge, what kind of uh, and so on. Future tense has been applied beginning experiencing whole breath body. I shall breathe in. Experiencing the whole breath body. I shall breathe out. Like passage has been explained by the Buddha in the Pali text. So you should understand this first. Initially, Buddha mentioned with the present tense, and then in the case of future tense, even in the fourth step also. Fourth step means pasambayam kaya sankarang, tranquilizing the breath body. So that is also in the future tense. So two Ānāpānassati meditation has four steps in the case of first tetrad. That means Patama Chatukka, you have four steps. Initial two steps are pointed out with the present tense, and the final two or the last two are mentioned in the future tense. That's the case. So you just understand like that. So that is the meaning there. And then let's move to the another passage, another paragraph. Now we came into the fourth step. That is the fourth step with the black letters. You can see pasambayang kaya sankarang asasisamiti peyalang pasasisamiti sikhati. So what is the meaning here? Pasambayang kaya sankarang asasisam. This is the fourth step. So here it says he trains thus, or the meditator trains thus, tranquilizing the breath body formation. Kaya sankarang means the formation. The kaya sankara means breath body formation, not your physical bodily formation. That is related to the actually for the vipassana. So this kaya sankaram also you can take as a vipassana object while practicing your mentality and materiality meditation. But here you are not practicing mentality and materiality meditation. This is the tranquility meditation, or this is generating the concentration up to the upachara or the jhana level. So therefore this kaya sankara means not your physical bodily formation. This is the breath body formation. Pasambayang means tranquilizing. So tranquilizing the breath body formation, I shall breathe in. So asasimiti means I shall breathe in, and tranquilizing the breath body formation, I shall breathe out. Pasasisamiti sikati, he trains. He or she trains, or the meditator trains. So what's the meaning there? Olarikang kaya sankarang pasambento, patipasambento, nirodhinto, vupasamento, asasisami, pasasisami tisikati. So the meaning here, the meditator trains thus, I shall breathe in, I shall breathe out. That means tranquilizing, pasambento, tranquilizing, and then patipasambento. Patipasambento means completely tranquilizing. Tranquilizing and completely tranquilizing, and nirodento, the breath body, ceasing the breath body, and vupasamento. Vupasamento means making calm the breath body or stilling the breath body. He trains, and that means actually the here making calms the gross breath body. Olarikam kaya sankaram pasam bento asasisamiti pasasisamiti sikkati. If you want to take, if you wanna understand the Pali sentence, so you want to take the meaning in this way. Olarikam kaya sankaram pasam bento. Don't take the other three. Asasisamiti sikkati. Olarikam kaya sankaram pasam bento pasasisamiti sikkati. So in this way, if you take the sentence like that, the translation is very easy to understand. So then I will tell the translation. So meditator trains thus, I shall breathe in, I shall breathe out, tranquilizing the gross breath body formation. So I shall breathe in, I shall breathe out, completely tranquilizing, ceasing, stilling the gross breath body formation. So that's the meaning. Because initially, while practicing this Ānāpānassati meditation, you have gross breath body. But most of the meditator told me that while practicing, they cannot understand the breath. So they ask me another meditation object and subject, because they are over the time their gross breath body become tranquilized. They cannot understand kind of situation, but they think in this way. That means I don't have breath, I cannot focus breath, but the breath body become very tranquilized. So that's the thing. But I advise them, okay, try to focus your subtle, very subtle breath body. Don't be worried. Try to understand that subtle, very subtle breath body, and over the time they are very happy and they attain jhana. So if you have gross body initially, gross breath body initially, or the coarse breath body initially, and then if you experience the subtle breath body, and you cannot focus because your mindfulness is not so powerful to understand that subtle breath body. So keep mindfulness, uh, keep make your mindfulness strong and powerful. Then you can understand very subtle breath body. So this is very important. To some meditator, they have only gross breath body. For whole sitting, they have only gross breath body and not attaining to the sign of concentration. That means nimitta, or the initial nimitta, the preliminary concentration, parikamma nimitta, they cannot attain to that. Then they must determine in this fourth step, in this fourth step, that means pasambayam kaya sankaran, tranquilizing breath body. I will breathe in, I will breathe out, like practice. So a kind of person must determine, may my breath body become tranquilized, or may my breath body become subtle. So such kind of determination, if you do, your breath body, you can understand it becomes subtle. From the gross state, you can understand, experience that, you can notice that it becomes subtle. So your determination is very important here also. To hold meditation up to the Nibbana, the determination is very, very important. So keep it in mind. Okay, let's go to understand the other sentence also. Tatra evan olarika sukumatacha passaddicha veditabbo. Tatra mean in this Pasambayam Kaya Sankaran passage, or in this clauses, in this clause, Tatra mean in this clause, evan olarika sukumatacha, that mean the gross and the subtle pair, as well as passaddicha veditabba. Passaddi means tranquilizing also you should know. You should know then two things here, the grass and the subtle thing, subtle breath body, as well as the passaddi, the tranquilize. Because tranquilizing the breath body, I shall breathe out. Tranquilizing the breath body, I shall breathe in. So tranquility also you should know. And what is the grass and what is the subtle nature also you should know. That is the he said like that. Imasahi bhikkhuno pubbe apareggahita kale kayocha chittancha sara the sadarata honti olareka. Sadarata honti olareka. Imasahi bhikkhuno pubbe apareggahita kale. Apareggahita kale mean what is the meaning of apareggahita kale? You know, pariggahita mean discernment, the time of discernment. And apareggahita mean time of he is a very novice. That means or he is in the without practicing. So Pubbe, previously at the time when the meditator has not yet discerned the Ānāpānassati meditation, his body and mind are dharata. Dharata means sadharata means with disturb and distress. Distress and distress. Sadharata. Actually, dharata means the distress or disturbed. So mind, his body and mind are disturbed or distressed. And grass, olarika. And olarika honti, sadarata honti. Olarika and sadarata. His mind and the mind and the body become disturbed as well as grass. Kaya chittanang olarikatte aupasante assasa passasapi olarika honti. Balavataro hutva pavattati nasika napahoti mukena assasanto passasantopi tittati. And now kaya chittanang olarikatte olarikatte aupasante assasa passasapi olarika honti. That means when the body and mind become gross and still not has subsided, still it has not subsided. In breath and out breath also, in breath and out breath also gross. Olarika honti, asasa pasa sapi olarika honti. Yeah, in breath and out breath also gross. And balavatara hotva pavattati, get stronger. And that means your in breath and in breath and out breath now get very gross and get stronger. And because of that reason, nasika napahoti, your nostril are not adequate because you have gross breath body. And that means why you have gross breath body? Because your body and mind become still your body and mind still have not subsided. Because of that reason, you need more and more wind or the air comes to the lungs. So therefore, nasika napahoti. Because of that reason, your nostril is not adequate to take the oxygen. Therefore, mukena asasantopi pasasantopi tittati. Because of that reason, he keeps breathing in and out through the mouth also. That means you are in a tired situation. And yadapanassa kayopi chittampi pariggahita honti tadate santa honti upasanta. Yadapanassa kayopi chittampi pariggahita honti. Whenever the time, but when his body and mind has been taken, pariggahita means taken, when the body and mind has been taken, that means who takes the mind and body? Your mindfulness, the breathing meditation takes. So that means when his body and mind has been taken by the mindfulness of the breathing meditation, I add this, right? Mindfulness of the breathing meditation. Tada te santa honti bhupa santa. At that time, then the in-breath and the out-breath are very quiet and pretty still. Santa, Vupa Santa, very quiet and pretty still. So therefore, actually, that is when you focus in breath and out breath only, it has happened. Tesu Vupa Santesu Assasa Passasa Sukuma Hutva Pavattanti. So actually, when they are still and when they are still, then the in-breath and out-breath exists so subtle, so subtle. Sukuma hutta pavattati. In-breath and out-breath are so subtle. So therefore, attinuko nattiti vichetabbata karapatta honti. Vichetabba mean investigate. So vichetabba mean investigate. So therefore, now the meditator has to investigate whether the breath body is exist or not. Attinuko nati. Breath body is exist or not, like he must investigate. He must investigate mean sometimes many meditators experience this thing. So but as a teacher, then how what is the explanation? So if you do not have breath, if you do not have breath, means you are breathing, but you cannot understand, you cannot notice the breath body. So what you want to do, if you cannot understand the in breath and out breath, then your touch point will be vanish. So how you want to practice at that time? You just keep your mindfulness just before just before it vanishing, the place you initially you have touch point, place of touch point or point of touch point, and now touch point is you can't notice. So what you want to do is you don't panic, don't excite, don't get excitement, but still you need to focus where the breath body before vanishing the breath body, where your breath body was. So that means wherever you focus before, focus at that place. And if your mindfulness becomes strong and powerful to see or notice that breath body or the touch point, or that means the in breath and out breath, then your meditation, then very very subtle breath you can experience. So at that time your meditation will go into the successful stage and will see the anapana nimitta. Actually, this is the early explanation. So, in the case of Parikamma nimitta and the other nimittas are, and the counterpart sign, all are in the near future. So, this is the early explanation. So, this explanation is very excellent, very, very excellent, given by this Mahathera. So, actually to attain jhana, this explanation is very very important. So let's move to another next paragraph. Sayatapi are now giving the simile. Sayatapi purisas dahavitva pabbhatava orohitva mahabharangva sisato oropetva thitas Olarika assasa passasa honti nasika nappahoti mukena assa santopi passa santopi tittati. Suppose, Sayatapi means suppose a man, a purisasa dahavitva. Okay, how you want to understand this? Purisasa dahavitva, then go to titas, sorry, Yeah, Purisatsa Dvahavitva Olartitasa. Yeah. Purisasa Dahavitva Titasa Olarika Asasa Pasasa Honti. And Purisasa Pabbatava Orohitva Ola Titasa Orarika Asasa Pasasa Honti. Like that, you need to take the meaning, but I told to the meditator who can learn this Pali, and I know some meditator are there here in this group. They learn Pali, that's why I explained like that. And Sayyatapi Purisasa Dahavitva. Dahavitva means, run. So then, suppose a man stands, Titasa Purisasa. So a man stands after running. Man stands after running, or Pabbatava or Rohitva. Or a man stands climbing down from a hill. Oh, va mean Mahabharan Sisato Oropetva Titasa. So then, the man stands putting down a big load from his head. Sisato Oropeta. Mahabharan mean big load, putting down a big load. Oropeta mean putting down a big load from his head. And then, actually, what happened to him? His in-breath and out-breaths are initially pretty gross. Olarika asasa pasasa honti. Initially pretty gross as in-breath and out-breath are there. Nasika napa hoti. Then the nostrils are not adequate. Not adequate. Or nostrils are inadequate here. And because of that reason, Mukhena assa santopi passa santopi tittati. He keeps breathing from mouth also. Mouth even. This is very common. Yada panayisa tang parissamang vinodetva nahatva cha pivitva cha alla satakang hadaye katva sitaya chayaya nipanno hoti atasate asasapasasa sukuma honti attinuko natinuko viveche viche tabba karapatta. Okay. And then what happened to this man when he has rid himself of his fatigue, bathed and drunk. Drunk mean not the alcohol or something like that. Drunk a cool water and put a wet cloth on his chest. Hade katha mean not into the heart, put into the chest. And Sitaya Chaya Nipanno Hoti. And if he lay down under the cool shadow or cool shade, then his in breath and out breath become so subtle that he actually has to investigate whether there are exist or not. Attinuko natinuko viche tabbakara patta honti. In the this is applied for the meditator also. This explanation, this simile explanation. Therefore, evameva imassa bhikkhuno pubbe apariggahita kale kayo cha. That means you can understand kayo cha chittancha saradataonti olarika. Like explanation here want to mention. And olarika kaya chittanang olarikate avupasante asasa pasasa olarika hota honti. Like that viche tabbakara patta honti. So that means, again, I will explain. That means actually, then we did discuss previously at the time when the meditator has not yet discerned the Ānāpāna meditation, his body and the mind are disturbed, distressed, and gross. When the body and mind become gross and still not has subsided, then the in-breath and out-breaths are also gross, get stronger, and then nostril are not adequate, and he keeps breathing in and out through the mouth also. So, but when the body and mind has been taken by the mindfulness, the breathing meditation, then the in-breath and out-breath are very quiet. So, kind of explanation want to be here. And tankissa hetu. Tankissa hetu mean why in the case of the meditator who doesn't discern the Ānāpānassati meditation, then his body and the mind are gross. So tankissa hetu. Why is that? What is the reason? Tata hissa pubbe apariggahita kale ඕලාරිකේ කාය සංඛාරේ පස්සම්බේති इति ආභෝග සමන්නාහාර මනසිකාර පච්චවේක්කන නත්ති. Abhoga mean giving thought. Samannahara mean again and again carrying of mind again and again to the object. Samannahara. Manasikara mean giving attention to. Pachavekana mean reviewing. So in the case of the person is not discerning the in-breath and out-breath, so he doesn't need to giving thought to a kind of object, or he doesn't need to carrying of mind again and again repeatedly to the object, no attention to the object, and no reviewing of the object. So but in the pariggahita kale, when he want to practice and focusing the in-breath and out-breath, pariggahita kale pana atti. So in the case of if the meditator focus the in-breath and out-breath and the touch point, then actually he must give in thought. He must do giving thought into the object, abhoga, and he should carry his mind repeatedly perfectly to the object, samannahara, and attention, manasikara. He should give attention to the object, and he should review the object again and again. So because of that reason, pariggahita kale, when he goes to the practice, he must do those things. Tenasa apariggahita kalato pariggahita kale kaya sankhara sukuma hunti. So because of that reason, breath body formation, kaya sankhara sukuma hunti, breath body formation at that time when he has discerned is more subtle than at the time when he has not. Apariggahata kalto pataya, that means that he has not. Because of that reason, tenahu porana. Hence, the ancient stated in this way. Ancient teachers, maybe they are arahant or attain to the magga and pala of the other rest of inferior three. Tenahu porana. Because of that reason, our ancient teachers has said in this way. Saradde kaye chittecha adimattam pavattati. Asaraddam hi kayam hi sukumang sampavattati iti. This is in the Parajika Attakatha mentioned, because Parajika mean Parajika Attakatha mean it is in the Vinaya Pitak, right? But in the Vinaya Pitak also you have Ānāpānassati meditation and jhana explanation also. So because of that's the case. Now, what is the meaning? Saradde kaye chittecha adimattang pavattati. Adimattang means the grass breath body, right? Saradda mean, what is the meaning of saradda? When that means disturb, right? Disturb when the body and the mind, kaye mean body and the mind, chitte saradde. Kaye chitte cha saradde, that means when the body and the mind are disturbed, and gross adimattang pavattati, and gross breath body formation exists. Gross breath body formation exists. Asaradam hi kayam hi sukumang sampavattati, and when the body and the mind are undisturbed, then subtle breath body formation occur perfectly. Sampavattati means that occurs perfectly. So, because this is the way how to practice, therefore, this stands also very, very important. So, this is the way you need to practice. Okay, that means when you reach actually, if you practice in this Ānāpānassati meditation, initially what you want to do is you need to focus your breath. So therefore, Buddha told in this Ānāpānassati meditation subject, how Buddha explained this. So sato asasati, sato pasasati. He mindfully breathe in, mindfully breathe out. Or he ever mindfully breathe in, ever mindfully breathe out. And if you can understand this breathing by your wisdom faculty, and the touch point by your wisdom faculty, you can understand your breath body long or short, in breath and out breath, long or short. So this is the initial two steps. If you can practice in this way for a long time, at least 1 hour without going here and there, that means this book also says your responsibility here is to focus only the object of Ānāpānassati meditation. Nacha kinchi katabba. Nacha kinchi katabba means nacha anyang kinchi katabba. That means you don't need to do anything else. Only focus the in breath and out breath. So if you can practice in this way at least 1 hour, then your mind, there arises ecstasy, piti, or initial pamuj, or the joy arises in your mind, happiness arises in your mind, and you can see some lights in front of you initially, if you can practice in this way. And if you can practice with the good mindfulness, sharp and powerful mindfulness towards the object of in breath, out breath, and the touch point on the nostril, without going here and there, you can see in front of you there arises a very tiny light in front of you that emits light also. So you can see very huge light in front of you because of that reason, because it emits lights. So this is the parikamma nimitta. And if you practice this if you see this parikamma nimitta, I will explain in the near future. If you practice this parikamma nimitta, you just don't go don't go to focus this parikamma nimitta at once, or don't rush to go, but still you maintain your mindfulness on the in breath and out breath and touch point object. At that time, over the time, if you practice more longer, then you can understand this this light, or the parikamma nimitta, or the preliminary sign, and the breath body become unified. So if you can understand this thing, and your mind automatically touch this nimitta, or the light, and focus that thing, because now your mind automatically went there and focus that thing. And you can understand this subtle, very subtle, this parikamma nimitta is very subtle. And but if you focus that subtle nimitta, or very fine nimitta, then it become very condensed, like a cotton wool or the cloud. And if you practice furthermore, focusing the that condensed nimitta, what is called learning sign, uggaha nimitta. And if you focus this uggaha nimitta, middle of the uggaha nimitta, it becomes very bright, brilliant, transparent, radiant, and illuminated one. So that is what's called patibhaga nimitta. So the counterpart sign. So if you see the counterpart sign, your concentration become more and more powerful than in the case of other nimitta, rest of two nimitta. So in the case of rest of two nimitta, you have preliminary concentration. That means parikama nimitta and the uggaha nimitta, you have preliminary concentration in your mind. And if you grow your concentration beyond that, that is what is called beyond that means if you focus the patibhaga nimitta or the counterpart sign, your concentration, now Buddha mentioned access concentration or the upachara samadhi. Upachara samadhi. In the case of upachara samadhi, your five hindrances gradually comes down, and your five jhana factor in your mind arise. Because of this five jhana factor, power of this five jhana factor, I will explain near future. That is the case, that is the cause to suppress these five hindrances in your mind. And if you focus this patibhaga nimitta with the upachara concentration or the access concentration, then your what is your object is patibhaga nimitta is the object. Now, not the in-breath and out-breath or the other two kinds of nimittas. The patibhaga nimitta or the counterpart sign is the object, and taking same object, you just enter into the jhana concentration. That is the first jhana concentration. So this is the way to practice, but all practice will come in near future. But if you do not see any nimitta up in the case of long in breath, long out breath, or short in breath and short out breath, then you must go to the third step as taught by the Buddha. The third step is whole breath body. The practice whole breath body. If you see the nimitta with the good mindfulness and strong and powerful mindfulness, then you can see the nimitta or the sign of concentration, preliminary nimitta initially. And if you see the nimitta, no problem at all. Then if you do not see the nimitta, then you must go to the fourth step. Fourth step is the tranquilizing the breath body. You should you will breathe in, tranquilizing the breath body. You will breathe out. So that's the fourth step. And if your breath body not become tranquilized, please get the resolution or the adhitthana or what called determination, and may my breath body become tranquilized, because your breath body is still gross breath body doesn't go into the jhana in this level, in these steps. So then you can understand your breath body become subtle, very subtle and subtlest. And sometimes it has vanished from your mind because your mindfulness is not so powerful to notice the breath body. So if your mindfulness is more powerful to take this breath body as a as a subtle breath, if you see this subtle breath, then your nimitta appear in front of you. So if the nimitta appears in front of you, it's not a problem. But if it is usually in the subtle, in the fourth step, nimitta appears. So this is the way to practice. But here, this Mahathera, Bhadantacharya Buddhaghosa Mahathera, actually has given a good explanation, taking citing or for taking from many Atthakatha, and then taking many kind of canon. So why he has given such kind of explanation to understand us and practice up to the jhana level, because that is the main idea. Okay, now let's move to number 221, but that paragraph is very huge paragraph. Okay, um, if we touch this, maybe within half an hour we couldn't finish. What to do then? Because we need to move to, I think, yeah, this paragraph is very huge, and then let's do another day, because this explanation want to be done with very good effort, and to you also to very good kind of good mindfulness and attention. You need to hear this Dhammadesana in the 221. Therefore, let's do this thing in the next stage, next week, and let's stop here now, because I must explain this in a way, yeah, in a good way, right? Because it says in some, it has actually, this Mahatera has cited from the Patisambhida Magga. So therefore, sometimes we want to move there, and such kind of thing we want to do. So let's stop there here. Dr. Shita.
Sadhu, sadhu, Bhante. Thank you so much, Bhante, for this wonderful and detailed explanation, step by step.
Okay, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Bhante, do we have time for questions?
Yes, yes.
I got a few questions in my personal chat.
Yeah. Go for it.
Yes. So, Bhante, the first question is, why sometimes chitta is used, sometimes mano is used, and words like that when we are describing only one thing?
Yeah. So actually, that is the language. That is the language shapes by the different terms. For example, even in the English language or in the Marathi language or in Sinhala language also, there are similar words. If the Buddha mentioned sometimes mano means the consciousness, chitta also consciousness, vijnana also consciousness, and uh, why Buddha mentioned in this, cheta also consciousness, right? Cheta also consciousness. So why Buddha mentioned this way? Because some person can understand with the mano, some person can understand with the chitta, some person can understand the vijnana, some person can understand the cheta. But another thing, every time using single term, sometimes to the good speaker, it's not good. And Buddha is a good Pali speaker. Therefore, he used different terms, because the Pali language has a kind of terms. So why don't use? And it is then the language become very beautiful. So this is the case.
So the next question also came in my personal chat. Sakkaya Ditti, does it reduces with seeing the 32 parts of the body?
Yeah, Sakkaya Ditthi means the personal wrong view. Personal wrong view actually little bit reduce, not Sakkaya reduce totally without remainder in the Sotapanna or the stream entry path knowledge. But in the case of, if you see the 32 parts of the body, a little bit, if you separate your body as a 32 parts, a little bit your Sakkaya Ditthi or the personal wrong view reduce, but not powerfully as done by the Sotapanna Magga. And I'll add another thing. If you did the 4 element meditation, and then at that time you cannot see your body, and you can see only the Rupa Kalapa or the subatomic particles or the minute particles, teeny tiny particles, round particles. So if you see those kind of particles, and if you analyze these particles up to its paramatha or the ultimate level, your Sakkaya Ditthi also very little it reduce. But when you practice Namarupa Paricheda Jnana or the mentality and materiality knowledge, definition knowledge, then the Sakkaya Ditthi again little bit reduce, but that is mundane, not the supramundane. Even in the case of 32 parts of the body, if you see the 32 parts of the body, your Sakkaya Ditthi will reduce, but in the mundane level. But even though if you see the ultimate materiality and mentality without seeing Nibbana, that is also mundane, and your Sakkaya Ditthi will reduce, but that is in the mundane level. But if you see the Nibbana with the Sotapanna Magga Jnana, that is supramundane, and without remainder of this Sakkaya Ditthi, it will definitely destroyed by the Sotapanna Magga Jnana. Okay.
So, Bante, like that in Mahasatipatthana Sutta, that how Bhagavad gives a simile of that Goghatako or Goghatak Antika Vasiva, right? How he divides that cow into pieces, and then only that that Satta Sanya dissolves only when he.
Cut,
So that's yes, Bante.
cut.
Cuts
Only
and
when you cut.
yeah.
Yeah,
So that's the
cut and
simile
divide.
coming to
Yeah,
the
that
four
simile
elements,
also.
right?
Yeah, that is the four element meditation in the case of yeah, that is the in Mahasatipatthana Sutta four element meditation. That is the four element meditation. That means that's why I yeah, good. That's why I also took here four element meditation also. So for that Buddha explained there in the Paramattha, not in the Paramattha level. It is the Sammuti level, right? If you no, not in the 32 parts. It is the 32 parts of the body, not the. Okay. Yes. Sorry. It is the 32, not 32 parts of the body. It is the four element meditation. Yeah. Yeah. You're correct. Good job.
So Bhante, like only coming to that level, Bhante,
Yeah.
but as you mentioned, that still could be
Mm.
not up to Paramatha, only when we, not in the sense Paramatha, but I meant to say like not supramundane, right? Only
Mm.
when one reaches to that Sotapanna, then
Mm.
only the whole Sakkaya Ditthi is gone, right? But in
Yes.
bits and pieces, when we are practicing, like when meditator goes up to that level,
Mm.
only up to mundane level they can reduce some amount. Is that the correct
That's it.
understanding, Bhante?
That is the Tadanga, right? Tadanga Pahana.
Yes, Bhante.
Tadanga Pahana of the Sakkayaditi. Tadanga means part by part only, temporary only. Hmm?
Yes,
Yeah.
Bhante.
Yes.
I don't see any raised hand, Bhante, but I do have like few questions came to my chat. So
Okay,
if
keep on.
the no participants are raising their hands or questions, so I can go ahead and ask those questions.
Yeah.
The next question came, Bhante, is like Saddha Vimutti.
Yeah.
Is it the same path? Starts with Saddha?
No, Saddha Vimutti mean actually his Saddha or the confidence or the faith faculty is more powerful than the other faculties. Other faculties mean what is the Virya faculty, and then mindfulness faculty, and then Samadhi or the concentration faculty, and the wisdom faculty. So Saddha here, that mean uh, somebody has good Saddha, and if they attain the arahantship with the good Saddha, right? With the good Saddha mean powerful Saddha. Others also attain arahantship with the powerful Saddha only. Otherwise you can't. But here, Saddha Vimutta is the actually to the Sotapanna state, Saddha Vimutta. So then that means their deliverance or their liberation. Uh, that means they are foremost in Saddha, and their deliverance is based on Saddha. That's the mean. Based on Saddha mean, but you need to go in the same path. For example, you need to produce jhana even in the case of jhanic meditator. And in the case of Vipassana meditator or the Suddha Vipassana meditator, he must practice four element meditation, and then you must practice mentality meditation, and their causes, that mean cause discerning knowledge, and so on up to the Nibbana. The path is same, but development of the faculties are different in different persons. So therefore, Buddha mentioned like that, Saddha Vimukta.
Sadhu, 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 Bhante. The next question, Bhante, I just wanted to ask you if you have time, Bhante. Should I ask the next
Yeah.
question?
Okay.
Yes, Bhante. So the next question came is,
Yeah.
how the aveccha pasada, I don't know if it's the aveccha pasati, but it's written like aveccha pasada, how it's exactly defined.
Yeah, Avechapasada mean, actually, Avechapasada mean uh, not shakable. Not shakable. Pasada mean that is the Saddha, right? Pasada mean here praise. That means if you attain to the Sotapanna or other Magga and Pala, you have Avechapasada. Avechapasada means you have unshakable Saddha. Because why? You just discern your mentality and materiality and their causes, and you practice up to Nibbana. To see the Nibbana with the Sotapanna Magganyana or the other Sakadagami Magganyana or the Anagami and the Arahat Magganyana, if you see the Nibbana and you have seen, then the one and only object of the supramundane state, supramundane world. So because of that reason, you have unshakable Saddha. So that is what is called Avechapasad. Because you see in the Nibbana, before that you have, if the worlding persons, they still, let's say like a worlding person, worlding people, they practice up to the Sankara Upekka level, but still they have no Avechapasada. Because why? They have not seen the Nibbana, and but they reach up to the, they can see the Paramatha Dhamma well with the good light of concentration or light of wisdom, but still they have not reached up to the Avechapasada. Only Arya people reach up to that term.
So Bhante, aveccha pasada is equal to the vichikicha sanyojana, like removal of vichikicha sanyojana? Is that what
Yeah,
you can say?
related. Yeah, because no any kind of doubt about the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, so on thing, you don't have any doubt. So therefore, your saddha or the faith or the confidence about this triple gem is unshakable. Yeah, that's also.
So then it becomes only, I mean, starts only at the Sotapanna level, Bhante, like the
Yes, yes.
Chikicha
Yeah.
removes it.
Vichikicha removes that. Yeah, only Sotapanna.
Okay, Bhante, a few more questions, Bhante.
Uh-huh. Uh,
It's like Sugati.
Sugar.
Yeah, I'm hearing my voice. It's echoing. Bhante. So Sugati Kamavachara or
Dugati. Sugati
Duggati,
Kama.
Duggati Kamavachara, are they related or defined on based of Vedana?
Sugati Kamavachara and Dugati Kamavachara. Kamavachara mean, sensual world. That mean in the powerful states and human world and the six kind of Deva world, they are sensual, celestial world, what is called Kamavachara. So Sugati mean they have actually um, they are not related to the Vedana or the feeling aggregate. Actually, this Sugati and Dugati, that is depend on your Patisandhi mind movement, right? Patisandhi mind movement. Even Patisandhi mind movement, you have Vedana, but not related to the Vedana. That is the volition. The volition, because if you accumulate if you accumulate unwholesome thing, and then you will reborn in the powerful states. So that is also dugati kamavachara. And even in the human world also, you have dugati kamavachara. If you are reborn with the deaf and dumb, and like some kind of you know some kind of with some kind of mental retarded diseases, and if you reborn as a uh, blind one, right, and then a crooked hand and feet, crooked one, like that, then the dugati kamavachara, not the sorry, sugati kamavachara. They are also sugati, right? Not the dugati. It is also sugati. Sugati mean it is in the good planes. Dugati mean the bad plane, like four vocal states. Four vocal states mean, those are that mean the ghost world and the demon world and animal world and the hell beings world in the hell being. So this is actually depend not only based on the Vedana. That is the volition. The main factor is the volition and the sankhara, we can say, right? Sankhara, especially in the case of volition of Chetana, according to the Chetana only. Chetana, not only Chetana, but other mental factors also are there. But main fundamental factor is the Chetana, volition.
Bhante, that Pati Sandhi Chitta, which gives rise to this Sugati and Duggati, like in the, not Duggati, I mean to say like the Upekha Santirana,
Yeah, it is
which
in for,
causes to have like that congenital blind or deaf and all that.
yeah.
So that is I don't know if that question came in that nature.
No, in the case of, if you reborn in the with the Upeka Sagata Santirana, that mean Upeka Sagata Santirana might mean it is the uh, equanimity mindset, with the associated with the sorry, it is the investigation investigation mindset associated with the equanimity without any cause mean without any root, right? Without any root, no any root in such a kind of mind, in such kind of partisan the mind or the birth linking mind movement. So actually with that mind, in the case of actually in the dugati, in the case of powerful state, that mind for gives the give the birth linking mind movement in the case of in the four powerful states only. But if you reborn as a sugati world, then actually the what I explain is in the case of akusala or the unwholesome rootless upekasagata santiran. If it is wholesome rootless, then it become kind of persons I mentioned before,
Yes,
right?
Bhante. Yes, Bhante.
Yeah.
And thank you, Bhante. And the last question I got is how the Brahma could see the Soka Parideva. How could they see
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, they also, for example, Brahma, for example, let's say long lifespan Brahma, and or even short lifespan Brahma also, they also soccer mean, for example, they also feel they attain to the jhana, and then they feel the jhana bliss. But the thing is, but their lifespan is more, but lifespan is a good factor, right? Um, Little lifespan or small lifespan is the bad factor here. But in the case of soccer, they also die, right? They also die, and then they also can cry, right? Because they have affection with each other. And soccer parideva, not but not so gross than the human or deva world. They are those are very subtle thing. But they have Soka, Parideva, Dukkha, Domanasa, everything they have. Right? Okay. But yeah,
Bhante.
not so powerful than us.
Bhante.
Yeah.
Bhante, there's again a private chat came to my
Yeah.
inbox.
Okay.
Question: while doing Vipassana meditation as per the current tradition as taught, if someone is attached to the sensation and it becomes sankhara every time when we go for it, it becomes terribly difficult to maintain equanimity. How to progress?
Yeah, this sensation for what kind of sensation? According to the Buddha's teaching, sensation it related to the mind. Sensation the feeling aggregate that is related to the mind. Mind actually a sensation. That is the feeling aggregate. That is also sankhara. But you must see this sankhara with your what called our meditation mind. You must see with the good light, especially to reaching up to the upachara concentration or the jhana concentration. You must see this sankhara or your what you named as sensation, because Buddha never mentioned such kind of word, right? Or samvedana or something like that. But Buddha mentioned this Sukha Vedana, Dukkha Vedana, and Adukkam Sukha Vedana, or the pleasure feeling and the painful feeling, and the neither painful or pleasure feel, neither painful nor pleasure feeling. So those are actually in the how you can understand those things. According to the Buddha's teaching, they are related to the chitta viti or the mental processes. So you must discern your mental processes wherever you have a kind of Vedana, or Vedana the feeling. You must discern Fido mental process and a consequent Mindo mental processes. This is the real Buddha's teaching. So without discerning those kind of Fido and Mindo mental processes, and what is then Buddha mentioned Sukha Vedana, Dukkha Vedana, and Dukkham Sukha Vedana. They are in the case of Javana mind movement. Javana the impulsion mind movement. You must see the impulsion mind movement there without seeing and without analyze kind of mental factor in the Java. Mental factor all kind of mental factor associated with the particular mind movement. You must discern, but without discerning and you can practice vipassana first. Then you can practice as anicca for a long time. That means impermanence when impermanence phenomena as long time, or dukkha for a long time, suffering phenomena as long time, or non-self phenomena, anatta for a long time. You can't practice vipassana, because you initially, before to practice vipassana, you must discern those things. Without discerning, because this is the Buddha's teaching in the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, Vedana Anupassana. According to the Vedana Anupassana, this is the Buddha's teaching. You must practice Matridarti meditation. I showed this thing in the Vedana Anupassana section. Ask to the special person to go to the Vedananupassana in I have done Mahasatipatthana Sutta Vedananupassana with maybe taking many kind of suttas. So there Buddha mentioned in the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, you must practice wherever I mention. I mean, Buddha mentioned Sukha Vedana, Dukkha Vedana, or the Adukkam Sukha Vedana. You before that you must practice your materiality meditation. To practice materiality meditation, you must practice four element meditation, because based on the four element only meditation only you can practice materiality meditation. And in the especially in the uh, Panchavokara Bhumi, or the five aggregate world, your mind depends on the materiality. Mind and the mental factor, or the mentality depends on the depend upon uh, on the materiality. So without seeing the materiality, you cannot see your Vedana mental aggregate. So this is the Buddha's teaching. And before practice vipassana, you must discern your mentality meditation, materiality meditation, and mentality meditation, and then the cause of them. So that means actually here you must understand this thing. What Buddha understood in the base of the Bodhi tree in India. So that is the Four Noble Truths. So now the Four Noble Truths: Dukkha Satya, the noble truth of suffering; Samudaya Satya, the noble truth of the cause of suffering; and the Nirodha Satya, noble truth of the cessation of suffering; and then the Magga Satya, the noble truth of the path which leads to the cessation of suffering. So if you the third satcha mean the Nirodha Satya mean the cessation of suffering, noble truth of the cessation suffering mean that is the Nibbana. And that is the supramundane one and only object. It takes by the Magga knowledge and the path, Magga knowledge and the Phala knowledge. So you to see the Nibbana, but if you do not discern, if you do not see the Dukkha Satya Dhamma and the Samudaya Satya Dhamma, you never can see the Nibbana. So in that way also, you must practice your mentality meditation and the materiality meditation. This is the Buddha's teaching. And if you practice directly some kind of fake samvedana or fake kind of feeling aggregate, that is not the feeling aggregate. You must see the mental mind movement. And with this mind movement, some mind movements are process free, like Patisandhi, or the birth linking mind movement, and the Bhavanga, the life continuum, and the Chuti Chitta, or the death linking mind movement. Those are process free. And the other kind of Sukha Vedana, Dukkha Vedana, and the Adukkam Sukha Vedana are they are in the mental processes. So you must see then the mental process. If you analyze the mental process, each mental mind movement, only your mentality meditation cover up. So if you do not settle this mentality meditation, and based on the materiality meditation, never want to practice vipassana, because that vipassana is, I cannot say it is according to the Buddha's teaching it is vipassana. That I am telling it is avipassana. So so please keep it in mind. According to the Buddha's teaching, I told this. And if you go directly to see some bodily feeling, and that is not related to the vipassana, that is another kind of meditation that is actually not conducive to the nibbana. So the practice depend on every suttas, right? Especially Mahasatipatthana Sutta and many kind of sutta. Even Sakkapanya Sutta also, Atthakatha says good explanation. And even in the case of this Ānāpānassati Sutta also, how you wanna practice Ānāpānassati Sutta up to the Nibbana. Initially, I explained, taking many hours, I explained initially. So why you cannot understand this real Buddha's teaching still? So please try to get to understand. I'm telling always the same thing mean this is the real Buddha's teaching. I always tell the from the beginning up to the arahantship, right? But somebody cannot understand still why they are intermingling with or they are intertwined with the other kind of fake meditation. That's the reason. So please try to understand the Buddha's teaching. And Mahasatiparana Sutta says this real Buddha's teaching, or even every sutta says, but especially I mentioned. But go to this meditator who asked the question now, to this meditation, please, Dr. Shital, ask again, remind him to or her to go to the Mahasatipatthana Sutta that I explained according to Buddha's teaching from the beginning up to now. So then, at least even then, he can or she can understand the good path up to the Nibbana. So this is the explanation here.
Sadhu, 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 Bhante. Yes, Bhante. I mean, you have been teaching us and guiding us untiringly all the time, and
Yeah.
you've gone through this
Even we
explanation.
saw. Yeah,
Yes, Bhante.
we showed the what you call photos, or we can what slides, no, slides of the path. And every time we are going to the slides, and then what is this noble eightfold path, and what is the seven kind of purification, what are the 16 kinds of vipassana jnana. And but still somebody cannot understand, and they going here and they are touching some unnecessary meditation technique. But please try to understand this is good for you. Yeah.
Sadhu, 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 Bhante. I posted one lecture you took, Bhante, like no samvedana on body, that I posted
Right.
here.
Yes.
Bhante went through that and explained like the mind or mental process and the chart with the diagrams and everything. So
Yeah.
please bookmark that video and do see it. And as Bhante mentioned, Bhante, it took like months to explain Vedananupassana in Mahasatipatthana Sutta. So I know it's very, very tedious to go, but that's the way to go to understand like what Buddha is teaching. And as I always say, this Mahasatipatthana Sutta Bhante is teaching us for more than 1.5 years, and
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone has took that much time, like going line by line, explaining everything. And not only Mahasatipatthana Sutta, wherever we comes across any sutta, Bhante goes and teaches that sutta as well. So that's why this is very extensive study. And the videos are there, everything is there. We just have to go and read again, learn again. And most important thing is practice, right? And Bhante is there, is always available to guide us. It's just a phone call and text message. And so please don't miss this opportunity to practice, take Kammitthana, reach out to Bhante. If you have difficulty, you can reach out to us, any of the admins in the WhatsApp group, and we can connect with Bhante. Um, that's the only way to go.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. If you do not have question, Dakshita, let's stop.
Yes, Bhante, I do not see any other questions, nothing in my personal chat either, Bhante. And
Okay.
can.
Then let's start. Thank you, Dr. Shital and Mr. Pankaj in USA, carrying this Visuddhimagga from the beginning up to today. And thank you for having me. Thank you for the listeners who listen good Dhamma talk according to the Buddha's teaching. And we all accumulated kusala dhamma, or the wholesome deeds, and or the merits, mega merits we accumulated. So then we just share with them. Uh, we just share with all the beings in this way. Idamme punyang asavakhaya vanghotu. Idamme punyang nibbanasa pachayo hotu. Mama punyang bahagang sabbe sattanam bhajimi. Te sabbe me samang punyang bahagang dabantu. Buddha sasanam chiram tithatu. Buddha Sasanam Chiram Tithatu. Buddha Sasanam Chiram Tithatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.